Okay, so today I'm going to discuss system level tests. System level tests are a way that we are able to check our program to ensure that it is working correctly. So after we have created the program and it's ready to basically be put out into production, we want to test it before it actually goes out into production or goes out to the world. That way we know that it's working correctly. So what we do is we get people to basically test our program. And we create this document that I just created. And as they go through our program, they'll basically uh, go through each step on here. And as they go through each step, they'll either check for a P, which stands for pass. They'll check the F, that stands for fail. They'll check an X for no answer, and then they'll leave a place. There's a place for comments where they can leave feedback. And so in my case, I created a system level test for a tic-tac-toe game. And so the first thing so the scenario that I have is a user has decided to play a game of tic-tac-toe against the computer. The purpose is to show that the user input is correctly placed on the grid, as well as only one input per each turn. It also tests that the computer is randomly placing one O on the grid during the computer's turn, and that it's not overriding previous placements. The prerequisites: the user selects the game application and the application opens. So once the application is open, we start at the first step. The first step is that a 3x3 grid displays. And so we either, the person doing this test is either going to give that a pass, foul, no answer, and then going to leave comments for us. So if the grid shows up, it'll be a pass and it'll be a check mark. If the grid doesn't show up, it'll be a foul. The next step is it's the user's turn. So the user selects a place on the grid and an X is placed in that location. Now, if that happens, it's a pass. So there'll be an X, a check on the P for pass. Or if it fails, there'll be a check on the F. The next step, it'll go into the computer's turn. The computer randomly chooses an empty place on the computer, on the grid, and the O is placed there. And if that occurs, it's a pass, which will be a check for the P. If that doesn't occur, it's a foul. And so one by one, the person doing this test will go through each step and basically check it off if it's either passing or fouling. Once this is done, this document will be returned back to the programmer. He'll go through it and he'll look at which steps failed so that he can go back and fix that so that it is working correctly. Anyways, that's why we use system level tests, and that's the purpose of them, is to help us better our programs and ensure that they are working correctly.